What's happening, my friends? It's Cass Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the Jbt community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Miss Cass, hashtag JBT, iBoxing Hub, our friend from the UK. Salute to everyone. And welcome to another episode of Cass Sports, the Box Storia. Today, the Jbt Panel Discussion. How's everyone doing this Monday afternoon? Starting off another week. It's a vicious cycle. But you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Box Storia. And that's me, your friendly neighborhood boxtorian, bringing you all that boxing history. That's right, boxing, the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it, can't get enough of it. Mike Mazik. Salute, Mike. How are you this Monday afternoon? back for another big week of boxing talk. Cast Sports, bringing you all that boxing history. Salute Mike Magic. Hardcore boxing news, hashtag JBT. What's up, J Hardcore? How are you today, bro? Jbt Panel Discussion today on this wonderful sport, boxing. Our sport, the greatest sport of them all. That's it. That's why we love it. We can't get enough of it. Let's do the NBA Finals real quick. Get that out the way. Game 2 last night. Celtics take a 2-0 lead. They took care of the home court. Now the series will shift to Dallas. But Celtics took a 7-point win last night, 105-98. Boston was led by Drew Holiday, 26 points, 11 rebounds. Jaylen Brown added 21 points. Jason Tatum added 18 points and 12 assists. In a losing cause for Dallas, Luka Doncic did his thing again. Remember, he had 30 in game 1. 30 had a triple-double. Luka had 32 points last night, 11 assists, and 11 rebounds. But Kyrie did better than game 1, but he's still not giving Dallas the effort that he's gave them throughout the playoffs to get them to this point. You can't get to the finals and then take them off, Kyrie. They're going to need you. Kyrie had only had 16 points last night and 6 assists. That's below what he's been averaging throughout the playoffs. But anyway, Boston has a 2-0 lead. Game 3 shifts to Dallas Wednesday night. NBA action is fantastic. Back to boxing. Okay, we're in fight week for the face of boxing. Miss Just Do Boxing. Hello, Queen. Always good to see one of the queens of the JBT into the building. Because I got a boxing wife, Miss Cass, so salute Mrs. Just Do Boxing. Welcome. Today is the JBT Panel Discussion. Maybe Mrs. Just Do Boxing want to come up on the panel with us today. We'll see. I'm going to drop the link at 2:30. The entire show will be a panel discussion. We got a lot to talk about today, too. Of course, we're going to talk about the 2 cards, this weekend. AB and Blair Cobbs Friday. And then Texera and Zanaziah Saturday. We're going to touch on Choo Choo. We'll talk about Monster. You know, he's been an interesting topic lately. You know, we're going to talk about him. You know, see if we can get him out of Japan to fight somebody. They say he's been out of Japan before and knocked people out, but who was it? I don't think it was anybody top level. And then we're going to talk about the pound for pound list. Who's your number 1 pound for pound? Okay, on the panel. Tank versus Frank. We got to talk about that today because we're in fight week. Actually, we got 3 cards this week. I'm going to touch on them in a minute. And what do you think about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul? We're going to touch on that too. That's coming up next month. And then who would you like to see Boots? You know, Boots doesn't have an opponent. I don't think he has one yet. I didn't hear anything about him getting one, but we're going to talk about who would be a good opponent for Boots. Not David Ebenezer. I heard his name. I hope it's not him. Please don't be David Ebenezer. Give Boots a little work. And 2 divisions that's really heating up. 154, 140. We're going to talk about 154 versus 140. Which one is heating up the most? Because they're both on fire right now, those 2 divisions. 154 and 140. We're going to talk about, compare those 2. And then just where is the heavyweight division nowadays, okay? And we're halfway through the year. We're going to talk about Trainer of the Years, halfway through, okay? And just general, the state of boxing. We're just going to touch on that. What is the state of boxing right now? A lot to talk about, okay? Drop the link in about 10 minutes or so. Yeah, we got 3 cards this weekend. Of course, we got the one from Puerto Rico. That's Subriel Matias versus Liam Paro. He's fighting at home down there. Well, it's in Manatee. I don't know if he's from Manatee, but he's from Puerto Rico. It's in Manatee, Puerto Rico. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. I'm the king when it comes to butchering names. I'll take that title. Yeah. Not too many people on the card that I know anything about, but the headliner is Subriel Matias versus Liam Parra. And then, of course, we got the big one, Hank and Frank, Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin. And David Benavidez is venturing up to 175 for the first time. And he's not taking a light touch. This guy is going in there against, how do you put his name? Gvozdyk, something like that. He is a pretty tough customer, man, and a little long in the tooth, little age on him, but hey, he's one of the top guys up there, so David is jumping right into the fire. Gary Antoine on the card. He's going up against Alberto Perello. Gary, good to see Gary Antoine back in there. That's one of the guys at that 140 division we're going to talk about in a little while. Melanin Queen 27. There's another queen from the JBT. Oh, man, we got all the queens from the JBT in here today. 3 of them. We got Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. We got Mrs. Just Do Boxing. And now Melanin Queen 27 is in the building. Man, that makes me feel good. To see our queens in here. Got to put on a good show today. Let me sit up straight here. But salute Melanin Queen 27. Mrs. Just Do Boxing. And Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. Okay, yeah, the big, that's a pretty good card, though. Carlos Adames is also on it. Yeah, I didn't even know that until this morning, but I was looking at it. And then we got a card from London also. That's Chris Williams-Smith and Richard. I'm not even going to attempt Richard's last name, but it's for Williams-Smith's WBO Cruiserweight title. Let's see, Cruiserweight. I'm going to put this guy's name in the chat so you can see why I didn't attempt it. Yeah. Bear with me for a minute. I didn't even attempt it. Oh, somebody just sent some money to the, for the TV. We got the big raffle coming up. I mean, I got the commercial, but it says it's the wrong size. I can't play it, but I give you word of mouth. We got the big JBT raffle, July 13th for a 55-inch color TV. Okay, $10 for a 55-inch TV. Man, if I wasn't a part of it, I would get like 10 tickets. It's only $100, but all you got to send is 10. You know, and you're in it. I say that's worth it. And somebody is going to win it, okay? You can watch that big August, I think August 3rd is the first big fight after that, July 13th. You can watch that big August 3rd fight in style on a 55-inch TV. The Melanin Queen 27 has said that it's her, she's going to win it, but still take a chance. You might have a chance. The queen might not win it. Yeah, Melanin Queen. I'm not trying that. I don't have no idea. I know the first 3 is Rhea, something like that, but the rest of it, yeah, I don't know. Okay, and yeah, we got 3 big cards this weekend though. So we're in great shape as boxing fans. And then we got another Friday night card next week. I forgot who it was, but yeah, this is like the 6th or 7th Friday night card we had. It seems like those Friday night cards are always on Pro Box Week. But Ben Whitaker is on that card from London Saturday. Yeah, Ben Whitaker. If you're familiar, any old school people familiar with the Emmanuel Augustus, what they call him, the dancing master, drunken master, dancing master. Ben Whitaker is the new dancing master. Yeah, he got all kinds of moves in there. Last fight he did a 360 after he punched the guy. He didn't punch him again after the 360. So he's on the card Saturday. Dan Aziz. Dan was the one that fought for the light heavyweight title a little while back. He lost it, but yeah, he's on there. So 3 good cards Saturday. Wow, we're going to be busy this weekend. It's all good though. And what else I got before I drop this link? Oh, let me review the week. Preview. Review is looking back. Preview is looking forward. Let me preview the week we got coming up. Today, of course, is the Jbt Panel Discussion. Tomorrow is going to be all about amateur boxing, the show I was supposed to do last week. A little history of amateur boxing, and then some of the different organizations of amateur competitions, like the Olympics, the Pan American Games, the Commonwealth Games. Talk about those things, and then we're going to, of course, do the profiles on some of the top guys, former top amateur boxers, like Teofilo Stevenson, Felix Savon, both Cubans. They are 2 of the 3 guys that won 3 gold medals. Only 3 people did it. Those are 2 of the 3. Vasil Lomachenko, another good amateur boxer. Wednesday, I haven't decided yet. I always take a show out of the chat. It looked like it's going to be another show that Let's Talk Fashion gave me, because I don't have any for anybody else yet. But I need shows. For Wednesday is always a show that I get out of the chat. It could be a profile on a former boxer, or any kind of historical show, or some kind of aspect of boxing you would like to see. Put it in the chat, and I always do that on Wednesday. But Let's Talk Fashion gave me a bunch of them. I'm in good shape. Probably be one of his. I don't know yet what it is. Thomas Hill, hashtag JBT in the building. What's up, T Hill? I didn't even see you come in. You snuck in here. I saw Thomas Hill earlier on KQKC. But what's up, T Hill? How are you today? Good to see you. I'm getting ready to put this link in here. Thomas Hill in here now. I know he got a lot to talk about. That's the mayor of YouTube. And the mayor of YouTube is a member of the JBT. That's huge. That is huge. That means the JBT is seen everywhere. And the deputy mayor of YouTube is also a member of the JBT, William Old School Rent. Him and Thomas Hill have been in chats we haven't even ever heard of, man. They've been on channels. Every possible channel on YouTube. Okay, but salute, Thomas Hill. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Okay, let me get ready to put the link in, but it was something else I was thinking about, but I lost my train of thought. What was it? Okay, I'm gonna put the link in now. Why not? Might as well. But how's everybody? Did everybody have a good weekend? Me and Miss Cassis was okay. We didn't do anything. Watched the fights. She made a big old pot of beans yesterday with some neck bones and ham hocks, some onions. I'm getting ready to eat some of that, a bowl of them after we finish this. I love some lima beans. Her mother wasn't the best at making. Miss Cass's mother, God rest her soul, she's in heaven now, but she was the best at making a big old pot of beans. Me and Miss Cass used to live with her and my brother-in-law, Miss Cass's brother, and her mother used to make a pot of beans. Man, that thing would go in one night. We would tear those beans up. Yeah. So that's where Miss Cass got it from. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm working on the link now. Might have to be quiet for a minute. Link coming in. Got T Hill in here. Melanie Queen 27. Mrs. Just Do Boxing. Stay Hardcore. Mike Mazik. iBoxing Hub was here. Of course, Mrs. Cass, hashtag JBT, the Executive Vice President of Cass Sports. I work for her. I'm just an employee of Cass Sports. That's all I am. Just an employee that does the show. Miss Cass runs it. Okay? I'm just an employee of Cass Sports. Okay. And she doesn't pay me that well, neither. But I'm trying to put this link in. And then we're going to start this conversation off. Ray Patterson, straight out of New Jersey. What's up, RP? How are you today? Saw Ray Patterson over there at KQKC, too. Earlier this morning. Yep. All my regulars. Let me get this link in here so we can start this JBT panel discussion off for this week. Oh yeah, and Friday. I didn't finish previewing the week. That's what it was. Now Thursday, I'm going to start a new series. Remember, I did the series on the history of boxing. Each decade, it came from the 20s all the way up to the 2000s, day by day by day. I got another series for you. It's going to be history of boxing in every state in the United States. And it's going to be a different state every Thursday in alphabetical order. This Thursday will be Alabama. A history of boxing in the state. Some of the talk about some of the organizations that had boxing in the state over the years, like the University of Alabama had a boxing club. I didn't know that till this weekend. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to do, of course, we got to do a profile. It's going to be on some of the boxers that came out of Alabama. And get this, man, Alabama had the big three. Joe Louis is from Alabama, Evander Holyfield, and Deontay Wilder, among others. So Alabama's got some great boxers from there. So it's going to be a series on the history of boxing of every state in the United States every Thursday, alphabetical order, starting with Alabama this week. And then Friday, the profile is John Henry Lewis. Okay. John Henry Lewis went blind in one eye. His career was cut short to 8 years because he went blind in one eye. But guess what? In 8 years, the man had over 100 fights. He averaged 14 fights per year. Okay? Incredible. So in 3 years, he had over 40 fights. That's more, in 3 years, he had more fights than the average fighter nowadays fights in their entire career. And John Henry Lewis was a close personal friend of former heavyweight champion Joe Louis, right? And he was going blind in that eye, and Joe Louis gave him a fight at the end of his career to give him an opportunity to make one more nice payday. Because like Tank is nowadays, everybody want to fight Tank. Tank is the cash cow. Like Tyson was in his era, the cash cow. That's what Joe Louis was. And a fight with Joe Louis brought you a nice payday. So he gave his friend John Henry Lewis one last payday before the boxing commission stripped him of his license due to his eye issues. Okay? And because he was his friend, guess what Joe Louis did? Knocked him out in one round so he wouldn't do too much damage to his eye. And that's a friend, man. Knock you out in one round so he don't do too much damage to you. What a friend. Yeah, that was nice of Joe. He said, John Henry, I'm going to get you out of here in one round so I don't have to hurt you too bad because I know you got a bad eye and everything. That's a friend. Okay, here comes the link. We're going to start this thing off. But everybody okay this Monday afternoon? Always a pleasure to be with my peoples. I look forward to 2 o'clock every day now. I'd be rushing home, going crazy. People going down the road be looking at them. Look at that maniac. Where's he going? You know, get home to my people, man. Yeah. But I'm here now, and here comes the link. 2 o'clock shorty. They call me Cass Sports, the box historian. 2 o'clock shorty. Thomas Hill gave me the box historian, and he gave me the nickname, the guy that ducks the old timer show on Sunday. Yeah, all of them is me. Yep. The guy that ducks the old timer show on Sunday. I like that one too. Thank you, T. Hill. Here's the link. It's open for everybody. There's Al Booger. What's up, AB? How you doing today? The link is open for everybody. Okay. Hit it. So we can get with it. Get this boxing conversation started. Oh, what did you say, Thomas? You said the guy that won't come up there for the old timer show, but something like that. Which is true. I won't come up there. But I'm always listening. But I don't put my name in the chat because as soon as I put my name in the chat, everybody, get up there, Cass, get up there, led by Thomas Hill. So I just stay on the outside and listen. Okay. But I'm there on Sundays. I don't miss it. I just don't show my name. Yep. But it's a great show. Oh, yeah, we got the profile on Max Bayer coming. My special guest, I'm going to have a special guest help me do that one. And that special guest is we're in old school of ranch. And when they trying to see a day when he's available because he works, work comes first, right? And he has a lot of information on Max Baer. Anybody familiar with the Beverly Hillbillies? Jed Clampett and Granny and all them. Remember Jeffro? Max Baer, the boxer, is his father. And he had a brother, Buddy Baer, that boxed too. Yeah. Jeffro came from a boxing family. Jeffro got mad because of the way they portrayed Max Baer in this movie. But Old School got all that information. Yeah. And we in Old School, we are going to do a profile on Max Baer coming up soon in the coming weeks. Yeah. But we got a lot to talk about today. Of course, the fights this weekend. I thought Xander Zayas looked good. Man, did he fight? Told you I'm old. I can't remember anything. Teixeira, Fort Patrick Teixeira. Teixeira didn't want to fight. After like the 5th round, Teixeira was in survival mode, man. It's hard to stop somebody when they're constantly running away from you and not engaging. But Xander did a great job. That was his first job against the southpaw. He's only 21 years old. Now, he did show a little impatience, and he reached a couple times, whereas a higher level fighter probably would have got something in there on him. Could have been something serious, but he could have reached because he knew who he was in there against too. So but I gave him an A, straight A for the performance. And I think he called out Lubin, a couple other big guys at 154. But the young man is, I don't know if he's ready for the top level yet, but he's not far away. I think he's 19-0. The young man looks good, and he did a great job Saturday. And I know this is called the Jbt Panel Discussion, but anybody in here that's or listening that's not a member of the JBT, it's still welcome to hit the link. It's a panel discussion, okay? And Shoo, man, he looked good this weekend. Wow. Like Jay was saying, that poor counter is awesome, man. And I thought the only thing I said against him was I thought he should have got the guy out of there a little sooner, but he got him. That's what counts. And the monster was there watching him. What's the significance of that? And like Shoo said after the fight, the monster was there to watch him because immediately after Shoo's fight ended, the monster got up and left. Yeah, so he was there to watch Shoo. He sure was. So yeah. Is that something coming up? Now, I don't think Shoo's ready yet. No, not for the monster. He needs a little more seasoning before he's ready for that kind of noise. And like I said in the hangout yesterday, nobody beats Monster in Japan, man. Just too many advantages, in his home country, the stacking, juicing, PEDs, all that, man. Yeah, I'd said it. All of that, so. And then there's those that say, well, he's fought in the United States and knocked people out, but who was it? I still don't know. Nobody never, when I asked who did he knock out in the United States, nobody never says. Because it probably was a bunch of nobodies. So. But no, Shoo's not ready for that level yet. Close. But as far as any other champions at 126, yeah, I think Shoo's ready for them. I think he can handle all of them. Who is it? I know we got one of them in action. I believe it's next Friday. Or soon. Rafael Espinoza is fighting pretty soon. Yeah. Next Friday. We got another Friday night card coming up. Yeah. Rafael Espinoza is fighting next Friday. He's a superweight champion. I think Shoo beats him. I think who is it? Ray Vargas, Nick Ball. Yeah, Shoo smashes all of them, man. All of them. Ray Vargas, Nick Ball, Espinoza. Yeah. Right now, Shoo smashes any of those guys, man. Yeah. But Espinoza is fighting next Friday, so we'll see him in action. So boxing is looking good. We're in fight week for the face of boxing. and Frank Martin versus the face, Devontae Tank Davis. Yep, that's coming up. Well, that's going to be fun. The series on the history of boxing in each state every Thursday, starting with Alabama this week. And like I said, Joe Louis, Evander Holyfield, Deontay Wilder, among others. But that's a good start. Those three are all from Alabama. So, wow, I did not know that. And the University of Alabama has a boxing club. So we're going to touch on all of that Thursday. History of boxing in Alabama, and we're going to do the alphabetical order every week. So, wow, that'll probably take, that will take into next year, but it's going to be every Thursday. Mm-hmm. And then the rest of the week, Wednesday will be a show out of the chat. Tuesday will be one of my historical shows. Monday, the Jbt Panel Discussion, and Friday, the profile. John Henry Lewis this week. Yep. Did I put the link in right? Let me see. Where is it? Mm-hmm. Bear with me for a minute, please. Oh shoot! Yes. I hope I didn't hide anybody. I just hit the button that said you put somebody in timeout, but I think I caught it in time. Yeah, it's right. Okay, yeah. What's the first topic? Is the fight Saturday? AB? What y'all think? Should AB fight again, or should he just get on out, man? Because he made Blair Cobb look A level, and Blair Cobb is C level at best. Okay, and he beat up on AB. Did you see AB's face after the fight? He knocked him down. Retire, AB. Yeah. AB doesn't live a boxer's lifestyle outside the ring, and that's the problem. Okay, you can't drink and party and then rush into training camp and try to get ready for the fight. You got to live a boxer's lifestyle 24/7, 365. AB obviously doesn't do it, so I think he should retire, and he could do something else in boxing other than fight, because that was sad Friday night. Blair Cobbs, come on, man. Like I said, Blair Cobbs is C level at best. Look how AB made him look. You know what I mean? So, go ahead, Thomas Hill. You can do it. It makes me feel good that people want me up there. I was just kidding. Yeah, Ray Patterson. Mr. and Mrs. Just Do are from New Jersey, too. Lonnie Lee, hashtag JBT in the chat. What's up, Lonnie Lee? Right on time. Lonnie just got off work, starting another work week out. Lonnie Lee, hashtag JBT, that is. Yeah, but AB, yeah. Go ahead on and get on out, AB. How old is AB anyway? Like 34? Yeah. You made Blair Cobbs look like he's an A-level fighter. And Blair is C-level at best. I don't call fighters trash. But if I did, I would call Blair Cobbs trash. But I don't call fighters trash. Okay. I'll just say he's C-level. And if AB can't do any better against somebody like Blair Cobbs, man, who would he get in there against? Who would he beat? Okay. So yes, for that, yeah, I would like to see AB retire. And like Deontay Wilder, yeah, from Alabama. But Deontay, I heard he said he was coming back. For what? After his last performance, he just walked around the ring looking at Zhang with his hands cocked. But he did nothing. Ended up getting knocked out. So what is he going to keep fighting for? He doesn't need the money. Retire, Deontay. You had a great career. Let us remember you for that right hand, not laying on the mat, knocked out all the time because we remember you now for your last 2 fights were losses. You didn't look that good in either one of them. So, last one a knockout. So the future doesn't look good for the brother, man. Who can he beat up there of the top guys? AJ? No, I'm glad we didn't get that AJ Deontay Wilder fight now. Because I think that would have been bad for Deontay. He can't beat AJ. Fury? No. Usyk? No. Carvalho? No. Mark McDowell? No. Joe Parker? Parker just beat him? No. Du Bois? No. So, yeah, retire, Wilder. Nothing left for you to do, champ. You had a great career, made a lot of money. I don't want to see you anymore. You know, that's just me. And Shushu, great fight for Shushu. Looked good, man. Like I said, he probably could win a title at 126 right now. You know? Some people would still call him a prospect. No, he's past that level. Well, I know we got Rafael Espinoza, Nick Ball, Ray Vargas, and I can't remember who has the other belt, but yeah. I think Shushu probably beat all of them. Yep. But not ready for Monster. No, not yet. The experience level would be just a little bit too much for Shushu. But it would be a good competitive fight, though, I would say. Monster not just going to walk through him. No. Shushu is tight. Yep. Didn't he got his man out of there too, didn't he? Yeah, that's what I say, RP. Retire, enjoy his family. Remember, he said he got into boxing to take care of his daughter, and he has plenty of money to do that now. Take care of her for 2 or 3 lifetimes. So get on out, Deontay. Like RP said, enjoy your family. That's right. Made plenty of money. What y'all think about that? Another topic was going to be the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. What y'all think about that, man? What is it, like 30 years between these guys? I know Mike is up in his 50s and Jake is in his 20s. Should they even be fighting? I know they probably got like a no knockout clause or something like that in it. But I don't know. I'm not watching it. Oh, shit. Messed up. But no, I'm not watching it. What y'all think about that, Mike and Jake Paul? Should they even be fighting? Man, it's almost 60. And Jake has gotten better, man. And he's about 30 years younger than Mike. I hate to see Mike go in there and get knocked out. It would hurt just as bad as seeing Deontay Wilder laying on the mat like that, man. So, nah. I don't want to see that. I'll hear about what happens later on. But what y'all think about that? Mike and Jake Paul. It's coming up next month. July, what is it, 21st of July, something. I can't remember the exact date, but it's in July. Yeah. Anybody? Boots didn't get an opponent yet, did he? Who would y'all like to see as Cody Crowley's replacement? Rashidi? Because remember, when Boots fought Vila, it was supposed to be Rashidi then, remember? But Vila beat Rashidi, so it ended up being Vila. So why not do it now? You know? Get it on. Thomas Morris. What's up, Coach? How are you? The father to be, Coach Thomas Morris, personal trainer. So the JBT has everything. We got a fashion show, a personal trainer, a box historian, a hangout. We got the voice of these YouTube streets. And the close of the Mighty Rise podcast. We got the baddest man around it to break down a fight. Hadril's Corner, BN Boxing News. Our latest one, BVO TV. Oh, and guess what? Coming up Friday at 7 o'clock. Angry White Men. Don't miss that one. That's going to be a barn burner. I'm not going on their panel. D1 and William Old School of Rant. Angry White Men show will begin this Friday at 7 p.m. And any kind of Devin Haney fanboys, tread lightly if you go in there. Tread lightly. Because you're in a danger zone. D1 and William Old School of Rant. And anybody with a faint heart or anything, stay away. Friday at 7 p.m., Angry White Men. Thoughts are the latest addition to the JBT lineup. D1 and William Old School of Rant. I talked to William Old School of Rant the other day. He's been, what's up, Ryan Frazier? Boots Breaks, Alexis Rocha. Yeah, that would be okay. Be better than him and David Ebenezer. Yeah, Alexis Rocha. Excellent. That would be okay. I would like that one. But salute Ryan Frazier. Good to see you once again. Coming to us from Canada. Home of Miss Joette. Another one of the JBT queens. And now Ryan Frazier. Also from Canada. Good to see you, Ryan. Yeah, that's a good point. Boots versus Alexis Rocha. Yeah. Yeah, I was hearing David Ebenezer's name. Nah. I don't want to see that. That would be a slaughter. Alexis would do a better job. Where's the guy from the UK, the one that had all the steroids, had the pregnancy medicine and all that stuff? Conor Ben. He hadn't fought in a while. And shoot, you still got what? A month? 4 weeks? That's not too short of a notice. You know, look, the guy on Pro Box. He had 2 weeks, and he got it in, starched the guy last week, remember? So yeah. It's hard enough to find somebody to fight Boots on regular notice, let alone a short notice. Yeah. But today is the JBT panel discussion. Okay. Tomorrow will be amateur boxing, which I was supposed to do last week. I don't know about Wednesday yet. It's a show that's going to come out of the chat. Wednesday is always a show that somebody suggested to me. It's going to be one that I got from Let's Talk Fashion again. And it can be a profile. Here's Ant. Oh, error message for the link. Damn, I'm sorry. That's why nobody helped me hit it. Here's Ant McQueen. Damn. What did I do? Thank you, Ant McQueen. I will fix that. Bear with me for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. I am fixing the link. Where is it? I got copied it on something. Bear with me for a minute. Okay. Give me a minute. Oh my goodness. Oh shoot. I see exactly what I did. Okay, here it comes. Sorry about that. Give me 2 minutes and the link will be in there. I see exactly what I did. We got attentive Aunt McQueen trying to get up here. Let me get this link in here. I was just talking about him. That's the man that breaks down a fight like nobody else that I've seen do it. Nobody. Yeah, you're looking at stuff you've never seen in a fight before. And why they doing what they doing? Okay, here it comes. My bad. This is correct. I was wondering why nobody's writing the link. It wasn't right. But this is Bet the Farm on this link right here. Oh, come on, cats. Get it together. It's Monday. Okay. Bear with me for a moment. I remember one time, Aunt McQueen put my link in. There it is. Okay. But Aunt McQueen in the building. Salute Aunt McQueen. All right. Oh, shit. God damn it, man. Excuse me. Bear with me. Don't hit that. Technical difficulties. Do not hit that link. Christmas. Still ain't right. Everybody gonna leave in a minute. Say, Cass, we not fooling with you. Okay, here we go. Copy. This one ain't right. I'm giving up. There we go. Finally. And nobody left. I appreciate it. Likes looking good. Oh, yeah. Almost 20 already. We might get that 40 today. But yeah, where were we? I was talking about Mike Tyson. Boots opponent. Oh, there we go. There we go. What's up, Aunt McQueen?
What's going on?
Oh, not too much. Another day. That's all. What's up with you this Monday afternoon?
Oh, relaxing.
Yeah. Okay. What's your thoughts on a fight Friday and Saturday? Start there. This weekend's action. Anything jump out at you?
No, not really.
When is it expected?
Nothing really jumped out. I will say this. I expected. Oh, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I expected Adrian Broner to look to counterpunch a little bit more. I did expect that. I mean, he did try when he got dropped by that left hand. He was actually throwing a hook, like he was throwing a check hook. But I thought that he would be a little bit more patient and allow Blair to come to him.
Mm-hmm. This
And
Jay.
I thought that would have been the course to take.
Yeah. What's up, Jay? Yeah.
Hey, what's happening, fellas?
Come forward.
Not too much. Yeah. You think? Would you like to see Adrian again? Yeah.
As long as Adrian wants to get in that fight.
Mm-hmm. Think he can be competitive enough to beat any of the top guys?
I don't even really think that matters. I think he could be one of those guys where he's just, getting fights, entertaining, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
He's won enough championships.
Ryan Frazier.
For his legacy. I feel the same way about Deontay Wilder. At this point, I don't even think, if they want to have championship aspirations, for sure, go for it. Never tell anybody not to go for something. But ultimately, this is prize fighting.
Right.
So long as, the prize will be there and people want to see them fight and they're selling tickets.
Go for it. Right.
Yeah, go for it. My thing would be, just to keep himself in shape this time.
Yeah, that's the
Try
thing.
to be a little bit more active.
That's a good point there, yeah.
That's the key right there. Because, I give him a lot of credit just for stepping in the ring after the long layoff and the bouts with alcoholism and depression.
Right.
He had the deck stacked against him, and for him to be able to whip himself in shape in such a short turnaround.
And get in there, yeah.
Yeah, just to get in there. So, boom, I think that this could be the stepping stone. This could be the start of something. Pardon me, it could be start of a resurgence.
That would be nice. Ryan Frazier, how are you today, Ryan?
What's going on, fellas?
Well, not too much.
I totally agree with you, Ant. Like, it takes a lot to lose weight, man, and it didn't look like AB was near where he should have been. Like the first press conference, he looked pretty big, and I was like, man, for him to lose that weight, he's gonna spend all his energy losing weight for the fight. So I felt like that was gonna be the problem. Like, I don't think Blair's got enough skill to beat him, but just enough stamina to beat him. That's what I thought it was gonna be. And Adrian Bronner got up out the mat and he fought, man. Like, we can't front him here. He came back. So I'm glad to see that he put on a good showing. But like you said, he needs a full dedicated camp.
Yeah, that's some good points there. Yeah. What y'all think about Shushu's performance Saturday? Is he ready for the champions at 126? Anybody think? What y'all think about that?
I think as far as his skills and his physicality go, he's as ready as he's ever going to be.
That's what I think.
Especially right now, I believe that he's in his physical prime for sure. I think he just turned 27. He looks sharp. He's real quick. He's got intelligence. The application is there. The only thing that I think remains to be seen is whether or not on the biggest stage he has even the slightest bit of performance anxiety. Like what people like to say, under the bright lights.
Right,
but so far, he's as every bit as he's been advertised to be.
Yeah,
he'd be okay.
Yeah, I think he's ready too. I think like Bob knows him and Xander. I think the leash is off those boys. They're gonna fight now. They're gonna fight those top dogs, and I think Shushu's ready, man. 126. That's a good division. There's some guys there that can give him a good fight. So Nick Ball, Ray Vargas. Hey, there's some good fights there for sure.
Yeah, Espinoza fights Friday. Who's the other one? I know it's Espinoza, Nick Ball, and Ray Vargas. I can't think of who else has the title there at 126.
I'm not sure. I know Ray Ford. Well, he lost to Nick Ball, right? So he had a belt, but I'm not sure about the belt.
Me neither. Somebody dropped off. Jay Hardcore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure who the other titleist is. I don't know. I can't recall if somebody is unified or one of those belts is vacant. But the point still remains. I think that at this point, it's safe to say from what we see from Shushu that he's definitely a contender. Definitely
no
contender for
doubt.
sure.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, he's
Definitely.
not a prospect no more. No.
No more. No, I was just saying that. Yeah, he's past that level. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of these top ranked guys are going to start. We're going to see them turn into contenders this year. A lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and Tiger was on there too. I didn't see the Tiger fight. What y'all think of Tiger's performance? Somebody was said he was kind of boring or something.
I thought that he was a little too patient. I thought he was a
Okay.
little too patient. It felt like he was more so waiting for his opponent to make mistakes as opposed to setting traps and setting his shots up and getting the guy to make mistakes and getting him to open up. It felt like he was waiting on him, if that makes sense.
You see it?
Yeah. What's up, T Hill?
Oh, you got it, man. Just coming in here saying what's up to you. Shout out to my man Ryan Fraser and McQueen, Cashwood. Shout out to Jay Hardcore. I saw him up there. That freestyle movie up in there.
T-Hill, how you feeling, man? How you feeling?
I take it one day at a time, man. Getting over this thing, chest cold that I had, man.
Ryan, did you see the Tiger fight?
I missed that fight.
Yeah, I missed that one too.
I saw Jahad Tucker though. That's my guy, man. He fights so mean. I like it though. I always felt like Top Rank was trying to get him knocked off, but he's always showing up, man. Showing up and showing out. So I like to see Jahad and Xander fight. That'd be a good fight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Speaking of Xander, I like that. I like the Xander Saturday. What y'all think about Xander?
I like Xander. I don't think he's ready for the top dogs. You know, that 54 division is so deep.
I'm serious.
I don't think he needs to trickle up just yet, but I know they're gonna push him that way.
He mentioned Lubin. What you think about that? Him and Lubin. He did mention Lubin after the fight.
Yeah, I think Lubin beats him.
Okay.
Lubin beats him pretty easy too. But like this fight that he had was set up to be a dunk, man. He didn't dunk it. Like he should have got the stop.
Yeah.
It was clear what the intention was with that fight.
Yeah.
Like this guy never made 54 in like 2-3 years. Like he was fighting at 60.
But he had never been stopped either though. Texera, you know, he's a tough guy.
He's tough. Yeah, he's tough.
Because he was taking some shots, man. I thought he had him about the ninth when he got him over there on those ropes and was teeing off on him, but he made it. He made it. Once he made it out of that, I said he's gonna finish. Yeah. But I like what Xander did.
Yeah,
he was going to Dubai. First time before the Southpaw too.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. And 54 has some pretty good ones.
I mean, wanted to go back over the AB and
go ahead, T Hill. Yeah.
I just wanted to get everybody's impressions of the scoring, because I have a lot of people that say like that fight wasn't even close. I don't know exactly what they were watching, man, because I saw Broner box phenomenal, especially from round 7 through 10. That's why I always say, like, and me and Ant, we had that Casual Corner series where we were talking about punching with purpose. You know, a lot of times people see activity and they feel like that's domination, or that's doing the job, or that's getting it done. But like, if you're rolling with punches, if you're parrying the punches, then you're effectively showing the defensive part of the game, which you get scored on. How do you win when you're getting defensed?
Yes, activity has to be effective. Yeah.
Exactly. It has to be effective. And I don't think that, you know, people really appreciate what they see in the ring, man. But I got to give Blair dap, because I didn't expect Blair to be as focused and as in control. I expected him to be active and to move around. But to me, you know, what's a clear indicator is that's how he fights, right? He always is active and moving around, almost like helter skelter. After round 6, man, that boy wasn't moving so much. His punches lost steam. That's a clear indication that something's going on. Either my man is tired, or he's been taking some shots and he's tired. So like, I don't know. I was just wondering, like how did people see the fight in its totality.
I didn't see it. I saw highlights of it. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know. That sounded like it could have been a mixture gas tank. Might have been some of the shots he was taking. I don't know. What y'all think? Did y'all see it, Ant and Ryan? The fight Friday?
I thought that Blair had that big moment early. He was real active with his jab. He was letting his hands go a little bit more than AB was. AB was trying to counter. He just kept trying to catch him with a little counter hook.
Freestyle Media Sports, salute. How are you? Did you see it? What you think,
man.
Ryan?
I didn't think it was a wide. I didn't think it was domination by Blair at all.
Okay.
Like at all. Like AB got up off the mat and brought it right to him. So it's true, like we say, like the judging is so subjective, man. And it seems like these days people only like it when you're throwing rock'em sock'em punches, and defense is so underrated, man. I think like defense is important, just as much as important as anything in boxing. Like, not getting hit.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's unfair to these defensive fighters that they don't get enough slack by the judges for being great defensively. But you got to know you're judging, and that's why I feel like live scoring got to be a part of boxing. Like we need to see the scores up as the fight's going.
Yes.
So the fighters know how the judges are scoring the fight. It would help so much. Like
like every other sport, you know.
Yeah, man. If you know you're down, you know what you got to go do.
Yeah, I don't understand why they don't.
Nah, I don't get it either. It's very confusing. Like, what are we hiding here? Every round should be scored as the round's going. Like, you shouldn't be scoring your card after the fight.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They supposed to score it round by round, right?
Yeah, you give your card in, so just post it once all the cards are in. Like,
why not let us know then? You know, that way it would be pretty hard to cheat. If you saw it was a certain score after 7 rounds, then after 11, all of a sudden, well, I thought he had this after 7, so yeah. That's part of the reason.
It's just like a basketball game. Like if you see a ref calling a certain call, you just know, okay, I can't do that.
Right.
The judges are not liking the way you're fighting. You say, okay, I go to the next game plan now. We gotta win the fight.
That's right.
It is frustrating, man.
I know. Yeah.
Especially when you get good fights and then you get bad scoring.
Bad
it's like,
scoring.
What?
Yeah.
Nah, man, I liked what I saw from AB and his courage, but I just feel like he didn't have a full camp, man. Wasn't he with Coach Cunningham before this? Like halfway through this.
He was with Kevin Cunningham for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it seemed like Calvin and Kenny took him on in like last minute, which
yeah, that's what it seemed like, man. That's what it seemed like to me.
It's tough, man, to make that adjustment with different voices, right?
You think it would have made a big difference if Calvin and Kenny would have had him the entire time?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
They could have implemented what they do best, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I also think he would have been in better conditioning too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because when he got with them, man, I was looking at his physique.
Yeah.
And he looked a little soft in the body, so.
Yeah, Blair was pinching that belly.
Yeah.
Who's y'all number 1 pound for pound? Is it Monster? Is it Bud? Usyk?
Hey,
I got
put all 3 of those guys in the hat and shake
yeah.
That's how I feel about them guys, man.
Okay, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah. What do you think, Ryan?
I got Usyk just because of what he's done lately, but I'm the same way as Ant, man. Like you can throw any of those guys out and say, yeah, they right there.
Can't be mad, right?
Yeah.
And they've all accomplished the same feat. 2 times undisputed and
2 belts, two
different divisions. Yeah, so.
They all have done it. Well, what do you think, T Hill? We got a number 1 pound for pound?
Number 1 pound for pound, I would have to say Terrence Crawford. Followed closely by Naoya Inoue. Stop, don't do that to the foot. Yeah, that's the 5th one. Go on and read it.
Followed closely by Inoue.
If you're finished? with your books. Sorry, hold on for a second. Finish with your books, and that means you got to do your alphabets 10 times each. Okay, what does it say she had to do? Right over there. But I say follow closely by Naoya anyway, because I mean, if you can't understate their accomplishments, and on top of that, the product that they produce in the ring. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear it, but I'm glad for the Frank Martin fight, because I think people get to see truly how special Tank is as a boxer. I think a lot of them undervalue him and try to devalue him because of his allegiance or his affiliation with Floyd Mayweather. But I mean,
yeah, that's true.
I think this because Frank Martin's a fantastic fighter, so you know it's going to really show the level between he and Frank Martin, and then I think he'll start getting a little bit more props. But I mean, it's such a predicated topic, because you know it can be based on so many things. For me and me alone, it's based on skill set, not accomplishments. Because you got Charlie Burley in a Murderer's Row. They didn't have a chance to get any accomplishments, but that didn't mean that they couldn't get down in that ring.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They just didn't have the opportunity. So a lot of times, you know, people aren't put in positions or place themselves in positions where they have the opportunity to garner the accolades, so to speak. But what you see in the ring is what you see in the ring. And ultimately, they take that ring and everything is settled in the ring. So I generally go by like that. You know, I would have to include Tank up in there in that top 3.
Yeah, I had him at 3. I'm a little biased.
I think these next 7 fights, if they are what he say they are, then you know he's gonna leave out this game as number 1 if he goes out there and handles his business. So can't wait to see, man. I can't wait to see this fight. This is a big weekend.
Yeah,
I am a little disappointed with the no gloves off thing. It's nowhere near what 24/7 was. 24/7 was damn near a movie. What was a. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm just saying I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, I saw it. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be. You know, It was nowhere near as long either, but felt like it was rushed.
Okay.
Wow. But
so what do you think about if Crawford runs the whole 154, like 3 times undisputed?
If he runs 154, you know, you can't do nothing but give this man his credit.
Yeah.
Like I still reserve the opinion that, you know, he got a Spence that wasn't right to be in that ring that night. But that being the case, you cannot take away what he prepared for and how he went out there and executed in that ring, man. It was amazing. So you got to give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? And if he goes up there and then at 54 and does it similar, because, you know, the belts are spaced at 54, it means you got to work to get the 4 belts at 54. You know what I'm saying? You know,
the guy who's fighting the third has a belt, right? Majabo, isn't he a champion?
WBA, yeah.
Okay.
And the WBO will be on the line because Fendora's gonna fight Spence.
Wow.
So he's got to vacate that belt.
So he could have 2 of them right off the bat then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, it's gonna be. It's not gonna be an easy fight, but it's a fight that he should win, though.
Yeah, I agree. Masvidal he's like a little Triple G, man. He's got that thump in him. And it's 54. We don't know how 54 is gonna be for Crawford, like weight wise.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
Where's Majabo from? I know it's Eastern Europe somewhere, right?
I think Kazakhstan. I think he's from where.
Yeah, he's a Kazakh. He's a Kazakhstan. You know them boys right there. 10 times each. You got the ABC,
Okay.
uppercase, and uppercase.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fight. Good card overall. What y'all think about Pitbull and Rayo fight? That's interesting. Pitbull
That's
against
a great
Rayo.
fight, man.
I'll tell you this.
Mhm.
I'll start this one off. I know it's going to be action.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be action.
No,
To me, I think Pitbull gets a bad rap. I really do. Like the way his body is structured for his composition, it makes it difficult for you to touch him. He can cover his ribs all the way to his head.
That is so true to you. Yeah.
And he's very effective of deflecting a lot of punches, and he's very effective of moving his body from side to side to create just a little bit of like awkwardness for the opponent where he can get in close and deliver some blows. And he's very pinpoint with his punching, with his placement. So, you know, I don't have the opinion that most have of him. I think he's a solid fighter. I think he's a very good fighter, and I think he's a dangerous fight for a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree.
See, and as for Rayo, I think Rayo is, first and foremost, he has excellent cornermen. Robert Garcia is one of the best in the biz.
Yeah. Yes.
So you know, and I'm glad he's back with him, because when he left, it's when he experienced problem. But that being the case, he does some fundamental things that lends itself for keeping himself wide open. And for a person like Pitbull, can't be wide open. He can't be hittable.
Yeah. Pitbull. Yeah, that's a good point you made about his defense, man. You know.
Yeah, I think his defense is vastly underrated. I'm sorry.
Tuck, man. It's almost impossible.
Yeah. And you know, he already got a short, thick neck anyway.
Right.
So you know, it's gonna be tough to touch him.
Yeah.
And then he keeps it, man. He's like a turtle. Like he's really a ninja turtle. Or like
turtle. Yep. That's a good comparison there. What's up, Remo? Let's talk fashion.
What's going on, gentlemen? How y'all feeling today?
Okay. I didn't see you come into the building. How are you?
I'm all right, man. What's going on, my brother from the north? How you been?
Good, man. Good. Just loving it, man. Know what it is.
Okay. I tapped in. I heard y'all over here talking. I just figured out let me jump on. I'm off today, you know.
Absolutely, man.
Well, Remo, what we were talking about was the Rayo Venezuela fight and the Pitbull Cruz fight. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think he should have went up to 40 yet. He still has some business at 35.
Got a round or prediction or anything?
I think he before he went up there though, I think he should have handled Edwin to right those wrongs first. I had that in the script for him. That's first and foremost. But man, Pitbull's a hell of a guy to deal with. But I think if Rayo decides to box him, he could frustrate Pitbull, and he could catch Pitbull running into some shit, because he do hit hard.
Oh yeah.
It's just a matter of him not getting sloppy in between those moments with somebody like Pitbull, because Pitbull will make you pay for it. But I don't know. It's real hard dealing with a short guy like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because the punches are so unorthodox, because you punching down. Like, you don't usually punch down unless he's gonna make himself smaller.
Right.
So the leverage changes, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's a tough fight. But I think it'll go 12.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think Rayo, I think you got to move up. Just looking at that 35 division, all the belts are at top rank besides the one Tank has. So it's like this is an opportunity for Rayo, right? So he's looking at big money too, like Turkey Al-Sheikh. I'm sure he's going to get paid well. So it's like one of those things where like you either sit on the shelf and let this go by, or you just, I got to take the call, man. And I think that's what it was for Rayo and them. They just had to fight, and he's pretty tall for the division too. So I'm sure he'll fill out at 40 pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Is De Los Santos going to 40 as well?
He might. I mean, he's not getting no calls at 35 right now.
He sure isn't.
Like, wasn't he supposed to fight on the 10 card?
He was supposed to
fight.
I think
I'm pretty sure
he had
he
a
was.
name. I heard his name floating around. That's why.
Yeah,
I
it was
asked that.
supposed to be him and
supposed to be
Ryo, I
Ryo.
thought.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was Ryo. Yeah.
I did not know that.
So you get it.
I don't know if that's on Ryo's end or if it is, then that'd be 2 times that he's been avoided for a rematch. That right now is not a good sign for the people that should have been fighting him, man. I mean, I agree with Remo, man. You know, you got to right those wrongs.
Yeah.
Or at least you got to go back and see about it.
He made. What's up, baby?
No, go ahead. Finish. I'm
more along the lines. Where Ryan is with it, where it's like, all right, I could take a De Los Santos rematch, or I have an opportunity to not only fight for big money, but also potentially a championship.
Oh yeah.
Pitbull. So it's like, why not take both? That's like
no.
on top. So
that's a valid point. Now
that to me is the more sensible career move right there.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Because I know initially that was the name floated in the air first, and then the Pitbull opportunity came. So I'm not mad at that either. But I would like Edwin to come to 40 and he can get a get back if he beat a Pitbull. I just want to see it.
And then in the event that he get the belt off of Pitbull, then he could call Edwin out and run it back. And he's like, hey, now, you know what I mean? I got the strap. Come see me.
Right.
Yeah.
And then also fighting Pitbull. Pitbull right now
is
you know,
Coach Tommy.
His name got some luster to it right now after that win over Rolly. Now he's a champion. Edwin De Los Santos, he was in that stinker with Shakur a couple months ago. So,
That's
so
true,
yo, fight the guy with the hot name, with the belt, and you got the cash. Come on, man. It's a no-brainer.
Salute, Bruce Gas. Coach Tommy is on the panel now. What's up, Coach?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
What's good?
How are you, sir?
Yeah, man, I wasn't sure if I was worthy to be on this esteemed panel, man, but I said, let me dare to be great, man, and I hit the link.
Yeah, you belong here, Coach. You know it.
I appreciate it.
What's your thoughts on Saturday? The cards we AB and Zaya's fight. The 2 cards this weekend.
I was, you know, I didn't want to see AB lose like that. I still believe AB got what it takes to beat Blair Cobb. But, you know, it looked like his body didn't hold up, like he caught some injuries along the way. And, you know, I don't know how much of that we could attribute to his outside lack of focus, lack of discipline, and maybe it all caught. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But if he could get through a training camp healthy and get through another fight healthy, I'd like to see him come back. I would. I really would, man. The other fight, remind me what other fights were on this weekend. I don't recall any. They really
Xander, Shushu.
Oh yeah, Shushu, man. Shushu was looking crispy, man. He got caught with a few big shots, but I'm not necessarily gonna attribute that to him being sloppy or having a lack of defense. The dude he was fighting with was throwing volume punches. He was really letting his hands go. So you're gonna get caught with some shit, you know. He stood up to the test. He started out looking like he was going for like one big shot, like he was trying to set him up. But then he settled down and he just started letting his hands go more. Man, he looks good, man. He makes me. I'm proud to have a fighter for New York City and Shushu. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's
proud of New York City.
Tim Layton, what's up?
Tommy, I actually like the fact that Shushu got clipped by that shot. Because with a lot of these guys, that's always a question mark with them. The guys that box exceptionally well, we always like, yeah, the guy can box, he got good defense, but what happens when he gets hit in the face? You see, a lot of people feel like the jury is still out on Shakur's chin because we don't really see him get touched like that. You like, yo, what happens in the event that the inevitable does happen? Will he be able to fight? Will he be able to, you know, get his bearings? Can he recover? So the fact that Shushu left the ring the other night with a little mouse under the eye, got touched a couple times, I was like, yo, he responded well too. Because after he got clipped, he just pressed the dude. I wasn't really expecting that. I didn't expect him to start pressing him like that. And then what he said after the fight was very telling. Like, yo, this guy can punch. He's dangerous. I felt like I had to get him up out of it. Instead of trying to stay away from him, I got to get him up out of it. I don't want to go 12 with him. I don't want to go 10 with him. Got to get him up out of it. And as the great Jack Dempsey once said, the longer you're in a fight, the more you're exposed to danger. That's why he's a huge proponent of knocking people out. It ain't about the not getting paid for overtime thing. It's the fact that the longer you in there with somebody, especially if they can punch, there's a chance that you could get caught with something. So get them up out of there, eradicate the threat.
Right.
And that's what Shushu did.
Just do boxing. Salute.
Yeah, let me touch on those two fights though. I didn't see the Xander.
Yeah, I'll get back to you, Rebo. Go ahead. Yeah.
I didn't see the Xander fight, but AB don't have nothing to hang his head about. I think Coach Calvin, and he did mention something about him when he got dropped. He hurt his elbow or something like that. But he kind of did what everybody wanted him to do. He let his hands go. He came in there. After I think the knockdown kind of woke him up, and he got a little angry in there. You know, Blair looked like he faded at the end, but I think the knockdown kind of swayed the decision. Because it was very, very close. It was like 115, 113 on 2 cards or something like that. So you take away that knockdown, is what a majority draw, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So see, he don't have nothing to really,
something like that. That's 2 points right there.
Yeah, you don't have nothing to really hang his hat on, because that's a 10-8 round right there. But he fought to the end, and if he was injured with the injury to the 12th round, man, I want to see him again. The only thing I would say, the only reserve I would say is I would like to see if he locks in with Calvin and Kenny on a regular basis, if they could try to squeeze him down to 40. I just think he's a small 47.
I don't see that, Reed.
Listen, they got him down to wherever he was at in a short amount of time. They
only had 5 weeks with him.
Yeah, but if he locks in, if they could get him down to 40, I think that he has a better chance at 40 than he does at 47. Because those guys at 47, they walk around 180 without the chub, without the fat on them like that. You know what I'm saying? And I would like to see him again. I don't think that's a retirement walk away fight right there, because he didn't take a beating. Being out the ring, what was it, a year or 2 or something like that, whatever he was out.
Yeah, it was a minute. Yeah.
It ain't just, you just can't walk in there and act like that shit ain't real. Like, that's the first time getting hit with 8s in a minute, like,
Right.
So, yeah, so you going for, if you ain't ride a bike in 10, 12 years, it's still a adjustment period to jumping back on a bike. So, I mean, I see that again. And then Shushu, on the other hand, initially he looked a little like he was not fighting the wrong fight, but he was taking a little bit more than he should have. But then you gotta attest to that being a late replacement as well, because the guy he was supposed to initially fight had some kind of passport issues. So it was kind of like dealing with like they did in the amateurs. You don't know who you're gonna fight, just be ready. And when he figured him out, he put all the puzzle pieces together. And he put hands to feet. And what I do like is, unlike a lot of the other young kids, when he gets angry, he knows how to finish his meal. When he sees the blood, he goes for it, And that's what I don't see in a lot of the other fighters that you want to say are pure boxers. He has like an angry streak about him. I don't know if that's the New York or if that's I don't know if it's the Brownsville in him, but that's what I think separates him from a lot of the younger kids that's pure boxers. He has the killer instincts to complete his meal. If he's ready for Monster, I'd like to see one more with a name guy with a belt. Maybe just for like, first that makes sense. First and foremost, that makes sense for Monster to go up from, I think, 22 to 26. So if he gets a yeah, he was there checking them out. But in order for people to say they want that next, I think getting him with a strap, it makes a little bit more sense. And then getting him adjusted to being the main guy, the the lights being on you, you know, building him up for the moment, because I don't want him to get to the moment and the moment overwhelms him to the point where it's like, shit, I got caught in the lights looking, like, you know what I mean? I want him to be in there, relaxed and ready to execute and perform how he should perform. And why not? Why not? Because it's time that we, as boxing fans, we keep getting built up for these guys that we don't know what the hell they are. And by the time they really get in there, they wet the bed. He's like, yo, I've been following this guy for 10 years. You know? So,
yeah, too much marination.
Yeah.
Put him in there. He wants it.
Facts.
Give
So
him a
we want to find out.
Give him a shot. How old is he now?
Or he just turned 27. Or what about this? You know, here's the other side of it. What if situations where, hold on, let me switch back to my earbuds.
Yeah, 27, right? Yeah.
Okay. At the end, go. I want to touch up on what Remo said, because I agree with a lot of what Remo said.
Yeah.
So go ahead until Ant switches over.
Yeah, T Hill. Jump in. You still there, T Hill?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm talking to the kid.
Okay. Yeah, so Ant gets ready.
Yeah, so what you want to do is just do all first, start over and just do all like uppercase. So that way you will do, and then after that, just make lowercase after that, after you get like the uppercase out the way. And you want to make it, she said wants you to do it.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, what I was saying was, what if it's one of those situations then where it's like, if you allow it to marinate too long, but then now we're not seeing Monster closer to the peak of his powers, and then, you know, it's a little bit diminished after that. Because if we let it wait, Monster's already, 30, 31 years old. 31. Another 2-3 years, and then he's 30, 33, 34. Now Shushu is 29, and then he dog walks him. It's like, we got robbed to seeing a greater fight because we could have saw it sooner.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because who knows what 2 years could hold.
I agree. I totally agree. I like to see it early then. I'd rather it early than late. I'm just a maniac like that. But I think, you know, it's better for these young kids to give themselves the confidence that, you know, even win or lose, it's also how you lose in watching this sport too. Because if you get whitewashed and you're like, yo, I really was never that, all right, cool. That's a whole different conversation. But if it was a close fight and you lost to a veteran or a guy that was a little bit more crafty, or a guy that had a few more foes than you, but you were right there, you had nothing to hang your head on. You gotta say, like, you know what, I was right there. If I could build myself back up and see him down the line, and I get that opportunity, earn that opportunity, I think that'd be dope too. But people be so nervous and scared, like, you know what? Well, I guess boxing does it, but your money flow gonna slow up. People ain't gonna check for you, or they gonna, you know, Twitter's like the devil to these guys.
Yeah, real talk, man.
Okay.
It's the fans, right? Like, they just want to throw these guys out after they lose, but it's unfortunate because like, we want them to be great, so somebody's got to lose.
That's right.
So we shouldn't throw that loser out for.
I've seen people lose, and they damn near won every round. So I don't put that much of a premium on a loss no more, because I know at times, man, losses don't even really hold the true merit of what we saw in the ring. Yeah. That being the case, man, I think for me, because Remo said some really good stuff. Monster is made for the lights. Like, he don't shy away from the moment, and we don't know if that is the case for Shushu. Now, I don't believe it is, but, you know, you want him to be there. And I think there are, like, for me, not one fight, but 3 fights. And I would put him along the measure to getting prepared for that NOA fight. So I would definitely have somebody that's got some speed, so he's gonna have to adjust. So, like I was saying, like, I think a Maxayo fight, a Figueroa fight, a Cool Boy Steph fight or a Ball fight. So Ball gives you the pressure that Inoue can place on you. You know, you get the quickness from Cool Boy Steph. You get it all in one fell swoop with Figueroa, and Max Zio got power, like extreme power. So you give him like a 3-man fight, and if he go over there and navigate through them, then you can't even hate on the fight, because like he done cleared off three pretty damn big time fighters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after that he would definitely. If he's not ready, then he'll never be ready. After that type of situation.
I got a name. Which I think about if they threw him in with a veteran like Leo.
Oh yeah, well I would even love to see that too.
Leo moved up though, man. He's been at 130. I don't know if he's gonna go back down.
He still got he don't have a belt at 30, do he?
I don't think he got a belt, but I don't know if he's gonna move back down once he start fighting at 30. Because Shushu
he's older too. You right about that.
Right.
Yeah, he's been at 130 since the fight before the Tank fight, which is another thing that was like a crazy narrative. Like he got dragged up to 39. He was already there. He had a belt there.
Yeah, that's been a while.
He had the WBA at 130.
Yeah, dude, I want to
go. So yeah.
A dude I wouldn't mind seeing Shushu fight is Robesi Ramirez. He can box, he got power, he's unorthodox, he's trying to come at you, he's trying to stop you kind of the way, just like Inoue's coming at you trying to stop you. So I think along the lines what T Hill said, you need to fight some fighters like that. T Hill named a nice little lineup of fighters, but I don't want to see Shushu go through a lineup of fighters. One more big fight, maybe 2 at the most, and get in there with the greatest fighter Japan has ever seen. Let's do it, man. Because I believe in frying the egg while the pan is hot, man.
Me too.
That's right.
Is Gary too far fetched for him?
I don't think Gary's too far fetched. I think it would be a great chess match, but I don't think Gary prepares him for Inoue. Gary's a technical fighter. He don't carry nowhere near the same amount of power. It'll be a great fight. It'll be a chess match, but I don't think that prepares him for Inoue. I think he needs, the way Thomas Hill said, I think he needs to fight dudes who are going to bring it to him and try to knock his block off.
But Inoue is actually a technical fighter. He just got a lot of power. I think that he's probably closer to Gary Russell than he is to a guy who just brings it to you. Because Inoue relies on his feet. He sets some traps, like with pull counters, things of that sort. He keeps his punches real straight. He uses his legs.
Yeah, but he's always trying to stop.
Like a come forward type of guy. Nah, he just got power like that. He's not like he's not just a come forward type of guy. A lot of times when he clips guys shot, if he hurts him, then he'll finish. But he's definitely not like a come forward brawling type of guy.
He's not Matias
at all.
You know what I'm saying? He's not Matias, but he's clearly trying to finish you. You give him any opening, he's taking it. He's jumping down your throat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think don't get on.
That was crazy.
No, I know that was
crazy.
That was a little crazy.
Speaking of Matias, he fights this weekend too, right? Matias. Yeah. I'll think about that. Paro, right? Matias and Paro. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to miss that.
I think that's gonna be a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend is gonna be so crazy that I hope my Wi-Fi don't fail me, because I'm gonna be at the reggae concert in Panama.
Oh, that's right.
Tank fight on my phone. I don't know how I'm gonna get this done, but we gonna figure it out.
There's another card from London Saturday. Cruiserweight title fight Saturday. Chris Billion Smith against somebody.
Where at? What's that? On the Zone?
Probably so. Yeah.
The Zone. Listen. The Zone, regardless of what people say, they stay active, man.
Yes, they do.
They got a lot going on. The Zone.
Always can depend on a fight from them.
Because they got multiple promotional companies over there broadcasting through them.
Yeah, you're right.
They
right about that.
They got Matchroom, they got Queensberry, they got Salitas, they got Red Owl.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Oh, man, we might need to see if we could get a show on the Zone. What about that? Get a JBT show on the Zone.
Yeah.
Hey, what y'all think about the whole Ryan and them not getting their money?
Wow. That's crazy.
That's what they got more than two.
It's super crazy.
Somebody said Oscar said they got all that they are getting. I don't know how true that is.
Oscar's something else, boy.
Yeah.
Oscar was probably some fine print that wasn't perused. Probably some fine print somewhere stating that they had to clear whatever benchmarks in order to recoup. Well, so for the company for the recoup, so they can get paid, but they probably didn't read all that.
Yeah.
Probably had some incentives in there. Hey, you gotta sell X amount of tickets, sell X amount of pay-per-views.
See, Ryan been talking out the side of his face about Golden Boy, but Oscar been in the game so long. He just in every industry they mirror the paperwork that came from the previous generation. Just like in the music industry, they only got worse with the 360 deals and all that shit. But Oscar, whatever format was placed on him, he just did the same thing reverse. Not like he did anything to like make it better for the next generation, because he wanted to get money too.
Yeah.
Shit is sad, but that's why having your own lawyer aside from your promoter makes sense, because it becomes a conflict of interest when I really don't understand how you don't request for them to open up the books. Like, where's my budget going as far as marketing, as far as promotion? I'm paying you a fee to promote. Where is it that you show me these promotional dollars went? This is what I don't understand about the sport. It's so like barbaric to the point it was like none of them know about what's going on the business end of it. That's not how it works. Life don't work like that in general.
What do y'all think about Bud versus Canelo? Who wins that one? Anybody got any thoughts?
It's not happening. We know Canelo.
We
know Canelo saying he doesn't want that fight under any circumstance. No money that they could pay him to get him to take that fight.
Not even the $200 million? Wow.
He said he don't want it at no cost.
He said he doesn't gain anything from it, right? Beating Bud.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. One thing about that fight right there. We used to think it was so far-fetched, but if Bud think he's that bad, and I'm starting to believe him, I want to see it at this point in time. Why not? At this point in time, like, give it a shot. But the only thing is that Canelo will say no now. But his issue is if the revenue slows down and his attention, like who garnish attention from, slows down. Because if Tank fight is super exciting this go around and he names a big fight after that, it's just how the changing of the guard goes. The youth goes when the sport goes. He's older, and if you're not giving and you're not pleasing the hardcore fan who is like an older crowd, they'll get rid of your ass. They'll replace you for the next hot thing.
Okay, that's cool.
You're not
start us down here.
What they want.
Right underneath
Eventually
it.
You gotta give somebody what they want as a consumer.
So you started down here. Go STUV.
Hey T Hill, put
and just go
yourself
to
on mute.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Sometimes as consumers, you paying your hard-earned dollar, and then the older people in the sport that enjoy the sport, they're on like a fixed income, on a retirement. So to really go out and spend money in a facet that they asking for, you got to give me what I want. Well, I got to sit this one out. The numbers go down. His request, the request that he could garnish is not going to be the same. I can't pay you that much because your numbers are not there, because you're not fighting what the people want you to fight. So he's going to have to figure it out. Bud could wait him out, because Bud could still have a secondary run at 54 and then if Spence does something, now the fight makes more sense at 54.
Mhm.
If not, he could run the table up there and go through the Lubins and Fedoras and all these other guys, and he'll be, you know what I mean, placed in gold and diamonds as the GOAT.
Yeah, if he can go up there and beat Canelo, you got to give him talk about it with the greats of the sport.
It don't look bad on him though, bro. He's willing to challenge himself. It just makes Canelo look really bad, in my opinion.
Canelo's scared of that, man.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Canelo's scared of a challenge. No, Canelo's scared of a challenge at this point.
I think he's scared of getting embarrassed by a smaller man because, you know, I'm gonna call Cap on what he said, talking about he won't fight him for no amount of money because he won't get credit for beating a smaller man, yada yada yada. You ain't have no problem taking a paycheck to fight Avi Yildirim, which ain't no one give you no credit for. You know what I'm saying? So why would you have a problem with taking possibly $100 million or whatever astronomical fee you would get to fight Bud Crawford? So I'm calling Cap on that. I think he's scared of the smaller man. He's scared of being embarrassed. As far as the actual breakdown of the fight, I favor Canelo 60-40.
Okay.
You know, I'm Bud's biggest fan, and I know Bud. I know Crawford spars with super middleweights and light heavyweights. But Canelo is an exceptional super middleweight. He just ain't some average super middleweight journeyman Bud been sparring with, you know, Stone Cold or whoever it is. You know what I'm saying?
What you think, Coach? Decision? Decision? What decision? Canelo gets him by decision?
I think if Canelo gets him, I think Canelo stops him.
Oh, okay.
But the only way I think Canelo beats him is I'm not sure if Crawford could take Canelo power shots. Canelo got bigger. Not only did he get bigger and stronger, his stamina went up. That Mexican beef is serious. Like, I'm ready to order some of that, you know. So I favor Canelo 60-40. It's a close one.
Just Juice made say he fought Amir Khan, much smaller man too. Yeah,
exactly.
Yep.
Or even Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo just came up from 154.
Yep. That's right.
He went up for a good payday. Now he don't know what to do.
So now all of a sudden he don't want to fight a smaller man.
Yeah, wow. Come on, man. He been fighting blown up fighters his whole career. You know, when he was at 154, he was fighting little dudes coming up from 140.
Yeah.
What's my man name, man? The poor dude he knocked out in the 5th round, man. He was a 140-pound fighter. I can't think of his name, man, but the dude could fight, man. Golden Boy fighter. Yeah, man. He capping, man. He's scared to get embarrassed by Terrence Crawford, man. Straight up.
Yo, Coach Tommy.
Yes, sir.
As our strength and conditioning coach of the JBT, how the hell was Benavidez making 168? Do you see how big he looked in this?
Say that again. I'm sorry. It went out for a minute. How the hell what?
He making that? How he was ever making the 168? You see how big he looked for that Gloves or series?
Who that? You talking about Canelo?
Benavidez.
Yo, man, I think what he was doing is damn near killing himself, damn near getting kidney failure. You know that I don't know how the hell he was making it. That's why I think he's gonna look better than he ever looked. I think he's gonna have a tough challenge in front of him, but I think he's gonna impress. I think he's gonna be stronger than ever. Stronger than ever. Them 7 pounds, he's gonna enjoy that.
That might be the best one on the card. That's right.
It might steal the show.
It was definitely time for David to go up, though. Yeah.
I really like the dude he's fighting, Vosdick. I remember when Vosdick first came out, he came out with like him, Beterbiev, Bivol. It was like a couple other Russian dudes, Usyk, like they all came out like around the same time. They had a little explosion. Yeah, Loma. And I thought Vosdick.
They were all on the same Olympic team, Coach Tommy.
Yeah, right.
They were on the Ukrainian team.
Wow, that was a hell of an Olympic team.
That just won the belt at and the one that just won at 130, 135. Baranchik, he was on that team too.
Yes, and
Robert, that 76 team. Woo. Oh, go ahead, Coach.
No, I was gonna say to me when comparing him to Bivol and Beterbiev, I thought he was better than both of them. Until Beterbiev put hands on him. But he's a hell of a fighter, man. I really look forward to this one.
I agree. Yeah, I want to see that one too. Yeah, that's the co-main event, and we're in fight week.
Yes, we
He
are.
could
Man.
box for sure. He could box his ass off. The only thing that remains to be seen is whether or not this run that he's on right now is legit, or if it's a little bit of fool's gold because he's had the appropriate opponents in front of him to, make it seem as though he's had somewhat of a renaissance. Because he hasn't really been fighting the stiffest opposition, but he's got 3 knockouts since he's returned. He took a little moment off. He took some time off after he got stopped by Beterbiev. He took quite a few years off, maybe 2-3 years, and he came back. And he's on a 3 knockout streak right now. So
let's not forget, man. Let's not forget he put Adonis Stevenson into a coma.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Undefeated Adonis Stevenson that was crashing everything. Put him into a coma, man.
How long ago was that, Coach?
He changed him though.
Man, about 10 years ago.
10 years
He changed
ago.
him for life though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll ever box
again. Had brain surgery and all that stuff.
Damn.
I seen a video of him recently. He got a dent in his head. It's crazy.
Wow.
Like he got a legit dent in his head.
You know why though, right? Usually when you have to have emergency brain surgery due to hemorrhage, they have to cut a piece of your skull, skull out to release the pressure, so the hemorrhaging doesn't press against your skull.
Damn.
So that's how they release some of the blood. Yeah, my wife is a nurse. She be talking all that crazy shit to me.
Yeah. When you leaving, Remo?
Huh?
I said, when are you leaving?
I leave Wednesday, like 11 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, no, I wanted to. You had put something into the chat about Cool Boy and 126. Is he at 126 now?
I want him to go up to 126. He said he was gonna go up. So
yeah,
we'll see.
He was gonna do that before he fought Monster. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he sold out for that paycheck, knowing goddamn well he couldn't make 122 no more.
Yeah.
Hey, Cash, I got somebody joined the raffle. I sent it in the group chat. Put the name on it.
Okay.
Oh, Cass.
You got the name? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll take care.
I sent it. I put it in the chat.
Hey, Cass. I believe on the first day or the second day you did the raffle, I sent one in and I forgot to put my name on it, man. So if you got one blank one, you know who it is.
Okay. You got about 3 of them now, right?
I got 2 of them. I got 3 of them. I got one for my wife and 2 for
Yeah, I got you for that one. Yeah, you got 2 and then one for your wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you down for 3. That's what you should have, 3, right, Coach?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I got you for 3.
Okay,
I think I got
point.
that one. That first, yeah, right. I think I got it. Yeah. Yeah.
I really can't
Big
believe y'all got me. Talking boxing in the middle of the day, man. Y'all some crazy cats, man. It's a crazy community, man.
We're addicted, man.
Yeah.
We got to get our fix.
Listen, I don't even know how I found myself in this lane. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't know how. I was a basketball kid first, but then I guess seeing what Tank was about and all of that shit.
Right.
And then I found y'all, man. It's crazy to be here.
Yeah.
And I don't even like people. I rock with all y'all.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
I know when I was young, that 76 Olympic team was what got me into it. After that Olympics, I just was crazy about boxing all of a sudden. But that team y'all was just talking about, that Russian team, man, that's one of the best teams ever, too. All those names, Loma and Beterbiev and Benavidez is fighting. Was Bivol on that team, too?
I believe so.
Damn.
Nah, Bivol's from Russia. I think what's his name represented Canada in the if I'm not mistaken. I think
Beterbiev represented.
I think he was fighting out of Canada. Yeah, but
out of Canada.
What's his name's from Russia, But all them other dudes, they all from Ukraine.
Ukraine, yeah.
Bostic
Usyk,
and
Loma.
Loma, Usyk.
Yeah, that was a serious team. Wow.
Them dudes can fight their asses off too, man.
Yeah.
All them dudes.
You know,
They
B-Ball is
really
actually
fight.
half Korean.
Is he?
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
I can see it in the face. I can see it.
Yeah, now that you say that, yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see it in the face.
He definitely looked like a what's his name, like he's from like Mongolia or something like that.
Yeah.
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 You can see
Got
it.
those the Asian eyes.
Hey, I had a conversation that would make you guys real happy, man. I'm trying to get it on film, but I sat down with one of the producers that won the Emmy for the All Access.
Mm-hmm.
And just to hear the creative side of somebody like he's my age, and to just hear about what it takes to put this programming together, man. The creative side of me was just like, man, it was like I felt like a kid in a candy store, seeing all the even because he was recording a podcast while I was doing it. Bless you. And to see all the cameras and what it took to really get the footage and all of that, and I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm sitting down with somebody who really got an Emmy,
Wow. Yeah.
And he was
that's
he was a down to earth person, but he was like, he want to get on the show, so hopefully he get him on Let's Talk Fashion and he can get it on wax.
How did that come about? How did you meet him, Remo?
One of my friends, he wanted to do a unique way of a resume. He wanted to do a video version of a resume.
Okay.
And he liked the way I've been having conversations on Let's Talk Fashion.
Okay. Wow.
The producer recorded it in the studio, and then we just started rapping, and he told me about what he did. And we just made connections. So
you never know who's watching you then, Wow.
Yeah, he said he came
That's
across
big,
it
man.
as well.
Yeah, ain't it?
He said he came across the show as well. So
Yeah.
I told him
That's
about
interesting.
everybody and what we got going on. So he was like, so basically he was saying people don't make it to 20 episodes the way
Right.
I just have. And I say, little podcast, yada yada yada, just the same way you do, Cass. Like he was like, man, never view it like that because people don't make it past 6 months.
Okay.
So he was like, he got a podcast too, but he was like, he didn't see numbers until year 4.
Right.
But we doing a hell of a job, man. I'm just happy everything's coming along with y'all, especially Ant do the substitute teacher when he ready,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say appreciate you, Ant, for that, keeping us busy in the afternoons.
And it's different.
Oh,
It's
man,
something
that's
nobody
what
else
I'm
is
saying.
doing.
I'm on my Dennis Rodman, man. When it come off the glass, I gotta box out, grab the rebound, keep that possession, keep the possession going.
And it seems like we all doing things where not a whole lot of people is doing. That's the key right there, Like the breakdown, the fashion, the history. Not a whole lot of channels do that type of stuff,
Yeah, I might have to join y'all, man. I might have to join y'all in content creating, man. If I could get to a new apartment before the end of this year, I think I'm gonna start rocking and rolling, man.
Okay, yeah. Because we got another one coming Friday, the Angry White Men with Old School and D1, 7 o'clock Friday.
Yeah.
They kicking off. Yeah. That should be good.
You gotta bring the fitness, man. You gotta bring the fitness, Tommy. I'm telling you, man, that thing is so crucial for a lot of us.
You know what I'm actually
just building those healthy
You know what I think
habits
I'm gonna do, Ant
and all that
McQueen?
stuff, man.
Jay Hardcore was he was trying to motivate me to do one of them prison talk shows. In a way I really don't want to do it, but in another way I kind of do. And now I kind of got the ideas in my mind, like, you know what? I think I'm gonna give it a run, man. But I live in a tiny ass apartment. I don't got nowhere to really get settled and film.
Bruh, I record in a little corner in the basement, man. Trust me, it's just your audience don't give a shit because they rather hear what you got to say, man.
That's right.
At all.
I need a nice background. I want a nice background.
And with your knowledge of it, Coach, that'll be enough right there, That'll draw the interest, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. The only thing I want to do in a way that is not going to be glorifying, all the
Yeah.
sensation.
Right.
things you
Right.
got to do,
Yeah. True. That's a
I'd
good
rather
point.
I'd rather talk about some of the harder aspects of it, some of the more serious things I went through or have witnessed, and have people I know so many people,
Yeah.
that I'm still in contact with. I was a good dude, so people stay in contact
Yeah.
with me,
And then you working how now you're a successful personal trainer after all that,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly what I
So,
was about to say. That's exactly what I was about to
mhm.
say, Cass. Like some of the
Yeah.
conversations that you and I have had personally, Coach Tommy, I think that those are the things that should be highlighted. Like when you talk about the men that you met that instilled great values and principles and habits in you, including the guys that you learned how to box from. I think those are the
Yeah.
type of things that should be highlighted on the show. When you talk to all of these guys,
Mhm.
it's not about just trading war stories, but what did you do while you were in there? Who did you meet while you were in there that prepared you to re-enter society and come back out as a better person? Like going through a
Absolutely.
true
Mhm.
At the end.
renaissance.
That's exactly where I'm trying to go with it, and things like that, issues like that. That's exactly where I'm trying to go, man.
You know what you do have, Tommy? You have
What's
a
that?
bunch of people that you could bounce ideas off of and have all different takes. So you could never be short for ideas and short for content when you got people that's willing to give you help in different realms.
Yeah.
I might give it a name like
organization already, the JBT,
yes,
So-
sir.
And
I'll
if you
have
need
to
a
come up with a
logo,
good name for it.
if you need a logo, I'm around, man. You see what I did for the
Oh, I already thought about that, man. I got to reach out to my JBT brethren, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna start the Tommy Dredd is on parole prison channel.
Okay, while we're going on parole, man, let's rewind it back to what I was supposed to say. Forgot the fud what I was supposed to say, but I know it had something to do with what Remo said. I think it was about
I can't remember.
Was it about Shushu?
Shushu, I believe so. Was it Shushu?
I can't remember what it was. Yeah, but we'll go out with that. Yeah, I can't remember.
I think it might have been
Something that you
also
was
a little
coming in
bit of.
behind. Ant was doing, and you was coming in behind. I think it was the same subject, but I can't remember what.
I can't remember, but I will say this, man. For the Crawford, I understand almost the hesitation with the Crawford thing because he's already got a negative mark on him for bringing up people in the past. Then you have the fact that you have Benavidez right there who's been trying to be in the ring with you, and on top of that has been your mandatory for X amount of years, and you haven't fought him, which I think will also be a bigger fight for him. So I think, and I agree with Tommy. I don't believe that, I favored Canelo in that fight. I favor him in the Benavidez fight as well too. I just think that his precision will win over the volume, but it would be a little bit more interesting to fight with Crawford. But I'm talking, my man. But whipping Nene over up in there. But I think as far as Shushu, I think Shushu is the goods. I think that he recognized the talent that was his opposition in the ring, and he saw him as no threat. So he kind of almost wanted to implore him to swing, so he can create the openings. All right, I'll get you something in a little bit. Create the openings where he can make magic happen, and he wanted to put on a show for the people. So I don't think he would fight that way against an Inoue, because that way would be dangerous against an Inoue. So I think he has to relatively control that, because when you start fighting that way, you tend to fight that way.
True.
And you don't want to be in brawls with somebody that's got that much precision, that much speed, that much power.
And that power, exactly. No, that's a good way to find yourself on the mat.
Exactly. So I'm thinking that he just recognized that, all right, I got what he was, because he took some punishment. My man took some beating, but he gave a whole lot of beating too. It's almost like what Boots did with Villa. Like a lot of people don't remember that Villa was tagging Boots.
Yes, he was.
But what Boots was hitting him with just was taking the show. And it was taking more and more of him out of that fight. And eventually it was like it wasn't a fight no more. So I think that's a little bit along the lines of what Shushu was doing right there. I think that Shushu does have pretty decent defense. I think he needs to work on that though. I think he needs to get sharper, especially as he scales up in talent. I think his foot placement is pretty good. But you wanna use these fights not to make them slugfest. You want to use them to work on your stuff so you can tighten it up, so that when you get up in there, it become almost like second nature. That's one thing I always will. I mean, Pernell played in the ring, but he never played with his food. Like that just was his showmanship. But when he was in there, he was tagging you, and he was making you miss. And no matter if he styled on people, even if they weren't even. If he determined early on, like, yo, this is no threat to me, he still styled on him and still, punished him. And I think that Shushu being young in the game, I think that's what he's trying to define, that showmanship. You know what I'm saying? Just hopefully that in doing that, you don't lose yourself in it, because it gets cheers. It gets cheers and jeers, and sometimes the crowd can be so loud that it deafening out the conversation you have within yourself on what you should do. So I don't want him to go that way. I hope that, this is just him recognizing, hey, man, I know you don't got nothing for me. So I'm going to try to encourage him to swing so I can get him out, hit him with something that he ain't seen. But, I mean, that's what exactly got AB. AB didn't see that punch coming, and that's why it was so effective. But that is the nature of boxing. And I mean, the fights need to be made. And if Crawford wants to fight Canelo, why not? Yeah. And if you can get paid the money, why not? I don't know if that fight will generate that much money where he can get that type of purse and command that type of price. But I know that Dane Benavidez fight definitely can generate that, especially after this fight right here. Because if Benavidez goes in there and puts on a show, oh man, you can't tell him nothing after that. You can't tell him nothing.
That's true. Okay, fellas, it's time for Just Do Boxing. I appreciate everybody for coming up.
Appreciate you, brother.
Peace out, gentlemen.
Have a good one, man. Be safe.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's another Jbt panel discussion. And a great panel. We had Just Do Boxing, Tim Layton, #JBT, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Let's Talk Fashion, Freestyle Media, Sports, Ryan Frazier, Thomas Morris, Lonnie Lee, #JBT, Al Booger, Ray Patterson, Thomas Hill, #JBT, Melanie Queen 27, Mrs. Just Do Boxing, J Hardcore, #JBT, iBoxing Hub, Cast, #JBT. I'm gonna have to stop reciting the chat after this, getting to be too many people now to go back over it. But the panel was Ant McQueen, Ryan Frazier, Jay Hardcore, Thomas Hill, Coach Thomas Morris, and Let's Talk Fashion, Remo. Appreciate you, gentlemen. We're hoping to have another successful Cast Sports, and it's now going in the history books. It's time for Just Do Boxing, already in progress. And everybody have a great day. See y'all tomorrow at 2. Cast Sports.